Assassin's Creed didn't evolve. It mutated into a cash-grabbing cosplay simulator. And you are not an assassin anymore. You're just a customer with a hood. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. That line built a legacy, a code, a burden, a war fought in silence. Today, Ubisoft turned it into a TikTok brand slogan. They assassinated the story for loot boxes, and you bought a deluxe edition ticket to your own betrayal. We are not reviewing Assassin's Creed Shadows. We're dragging the entire franchise corpse into the sun. Load in, this won't be stealthy. Assassin's Creed wasn't about open worlds and customization. It was about the creed. It was about sacrifice. You didn't pick your look. You didn't swipe right on a romance. And you didn't vibe through a global shadow war. You gave up everything. Your name, your life, your future to protect humanity from tyranny. Now, you climb Shadow's project tiers to unlock cosmetics and gear, turning a sacrifice into a seasonal grind. Congratulations. We turned a brotherhood sworn on secrecy into a loyalty program. Assassin's Creed 4 wasn't a Creed game. It was a pirate game wearing a Creed hoodie. Good game? Sure. But the second Ubisoft saw that yo ho ho sells better than nothing is true, they knew. Why build belief when you can build spectacle? The Creed became background noise. The war became lore wallpaper. And the Animus? Just an app you skip past to get your next sea shanty. Then we had Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla. In those games you weren't an assassin. You were a grindy loot goblin in a $70 side quest simulator. Levels, loot, XP boosters, battle passes in a single player game. You weren't living the creed. You were cosplaying for cash. And Ubisoft didn't even hide it. Valhalla sold you a fast track XP booster because even they knew the game was so bloated, you would want to skip their own garbage. Imagine selling you a poison and charge you extra for the antidote. That's what Assassin's Creed right now. Infiltrating Templar strongholds? Now you are LARPing through feudal Japan, deciding if you want to hook up with a blacksmith or a poet mid-mission. Because when you're fighting a centuries-old conspiracy, what really matters is finding true love before you stab a guy. Real assassins sacrifice connection. You don't build a relationship, you burn your name out of history completely. But Ubisoft can't sell loneliness and duty. So they sell romance arcs and cuddle scenes. You don't stealth your way into Destiny anymore. You swipe right into it. You would think a game about assassins would give you stealth ops, political sabotage, tracking corrupt Templars through layered plots, right? Wrong. Because real value doesn't sell anymore in Assassin's Creed. So Ubisoft did what they do best. They weaponized absurdity. In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you are not infiltrating enemy's fortress. You are helping an old woman so she can brew a fart bomb. You run around collecting eggs so grandma can unleash a cloud of holy gas strong enough to knock out a village. That's the side content. No hidden blades, no shadow wars, no moral dilemmas, gas warfare. It doesn't stop there. You also interpret pig prophecies. You trip on mushrooms and solve puzzles while hallucinating. There is no assassin and there is no creed. This is mythical meme simulator. You would think after all that, after the clown shows, after the brain rot side quests, Ubisoft would finally wake up. That they'd rebuild the creed, bring it back to stealth, to meaning. They didn't. The same disease, new costume. They didn't resurrect the creed. They reskinned the corpse. You are not stalking tyrants through template courtyards. You are chasing butterflies and rescue dogs. Somewhere Altair is looking down and deleting his Animus save file out of shame. There was a time when Assassin's Creed fans argued over timelines and lore secret codes. We obsessed over Desmond's bloodline like it was a prophecy. We weren't just gamers, we were believers. Now, Assassin's Creed is marketed like a gacha game. Skin for everything and battle pass to get more skins. And the players, they're not historians, they aren't shadow warriors. They are dopamine junkies with credit cards. They don't debate who deserves to carry the creed. They debate which outfit matches with their glowing horse. Assassin's Creed is not a brotherhood anymore. It's a fashion show in a history themed mall. And honestly, I don't only blame Ubisoft for this trash, because they were just feeding the addiction you refused to cure. Ubisoft didn't just forget the creed, they publicly executed it and sold merch at the funeral. They took Sacrifice and Brotherhood and replaced it with romance arcs and historical cosplay DLCs. There is no more creed, only customers, only content. It sold out its own soul for a pile of side quests and shiny shoulder pads. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Dissected, dismantled, dismissed. Next.